Elevation 44, where we learn how to master our energy. I'm V for those of you who are new, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back with another weekly astrology report. And if you're new here, I bring you these reports every week so that you know what energies that we're dealing with collectively, how the planets are moving up there, and how it affects us down here, okay? So we can capitalize on the energies that are beneficial and duck and dodge the ones that are not, okay? So that is the purpose of these weekly reports, okay? So I'm gonna get right into this week's weekly report. First of all, Venus is still doing the most from last week, okay? So we're gonna have to deal with that. We also have the sun officially moving into Virgo, so that is going to help us get a little bit more focused because we are still slightly in play mode because last week was all about that kick up your feet energy, okay? And we are still kind of in that this week, but that sun in Virgo is gonna help push us out of it, okay? It's gonna help us kind of push out of that, which we need, okay? Because we got work to do. We have work to do, okay? So let's get into it. So at the top of the week, we have Venus. Of course, Venus is up first because Venus is doing the most, okay? So Venus is hanging out in the sign of Cancer, and Venus is all about our love, our romance, our pleasure, our creativity, our beauty, all of that good stuff. And Venus is opposite Jupiter, okay? So this is what it is doing at the top of the week, and when it's opposite Jupiter, Jupiter is hanging out in Capricorn. This means that there is a conflict happening, okay? So we're still in play mode, okay? We're still wanting to play. We're still wanting to play and not really get into our world. We want to play, we want to play and have pleasure and feel fun and good and all that good stuff, okay? Venus is also making a harmonious aspect to Neptune in Pisces. So it is trining Neptune in Pisces, which will also keep us in those creative juices, okay? So our creative juices are still flowing and we still want to play a lot. That's what that is, okay? So also at the top of the week, Mars. I'm happy to report that Mars in Aries is no longer squaring Jupiter in Capricorn. So no more tension with Jupiter, okay? So that's one down, 2 to go. Now we got Saturn and Pluto to work on, okay? Because that energy of Mars making tension with Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn for the last couple of weeks has been a very, very heavy energy for us. So with Jupiter out the way, now we just have 2 more to focus on, okay? Now, another thing that is happening, and I mentioned this quickly at the top of the video, the Sun and Mercury have officially moved into the sign of Virgo. So it is time to pull back and get into the details. That Leo energy had us being bold and standing front and center and just rah, 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 and tapping into our passions and just being all fiery. And now this Virgo energy is here to say, okay, that's all good and I'm happy for you, but let's get into these details and let's get into work, okay? So what we're going to be doing is getting more focused, and we're going to be wanting to get more focused in self-improvement, okay? And just getting to work in general, like I said. So we're going to be putting the systems, the routines, and anything that we need in place to make ourselves successful, okay? And we can also, this is a time where you also find yourself maybe really getting on a health kick and getting, like, you know, your everything in order from, you know, the outside and the inside, or the inside to the outside, getting your health in order, getting your life in order, getting things organized, okay? This is what that Virgo energy is, that analytical, detailed energy that allows us to like zero in and focus and get to the details and make things actually like plan and make things happen, okay, in reality, okay? So no more dreaming, no more like just talking about that rah, rah, rah with that Leo energy. Now it's time to put it into play, okay? We got to push things forward. And I will say Mercury, the planet of communication, is at home in the sign of Virgo, okay? So this is a great energy for us to lend ourselves to that communication, not only that, for that intelligence, okay? So Virgo is all about stimulating that mind and, again, that analytical energy and thinking things through. and getting things in order. It's also great energy for problem solving, okay? So these are the things that are gonna be best utilized at this time because it is meticulous and it's all about that perfection, okay? But with that said, the danger here is to get stuck in analysis paralysis, where we are so focused on the details and we're so in our thoughts and we're so worried about making things perfect that we can get stuck and not actually move things forward because we're literally just like drilling down on something. So you know what I mean? So again, you got to find that balance. You got to use the energy to its advantage, but you don't want to get stuck or like buried in it, okay? So this is good energy coming in this week, all right? We need it. I'll just say we need it, okay? Another thing that is happening is the Sun and Mercury in Virgo will be making a harmonious aspect to Uranus in Taurus, okay? And Virgo and Taurus, they're both earth signs, okay? Both earth signs, so they get each other. They just vibe, okay? They get each other. So what we are having here is increased intuition and understanding of info. It's a great energy for also helping us implement new routines because, you know, changes. Uranus is all about that change, and also Taurus is in our material world. So us, you know, changing our routines and things that we need to implement, new things that we need to put in place to make ourselves successful. And then our mind is stimulated, and this is a good time where we may want to study new things, okay? So great energy coming in, all right? Let me take that back. Well, no, I'm not gonna take that back. There is still good energy coming in, but we have Venus still doing the most. So Venus hanging out in the sign of Cancer is opposite Pluto in Capricorn. So there is a conflict happening there, okay? Drama, okay? And extreme behaviors in your relationships. Okay, so my assessment is to focus in on the work and getting your life in order and less on the relationships, because there is a lot of red flags that I'm seeing with this conflict of energy, okay? So we're talking about jealousy, possessiveness, suspicion, okay? Power imbalances in your relationships will be highlighted, and the more you try to fix things, the worse it will probably get. So the best advice I can give you for this is to work on yourself, okay? Go back to that Virgo energy, that Virgo sun energy, and really put the systems and all that routines and all the good stuff in place to put your life in order, and stop trying to fix your relationships, okay? Work on yourself. That's how you fix your relationships best, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and throw my 2 cents in there, all right? Because that is heavy. Here is a star power day for the week, okay? On the 27th, okay, Mercury in Virgo is going to be trining, which means making a harmonious aspect with Jupiter in Capricorn, all right? So Virgo and Capricorn are also those earth signs, so they just get each other. Like Capricorn is all about getting to work, and Virgo is all about putting the systems and organization and things in place to make Capricorn go out there and be successful. Like they just win together. They get each other. They're on the same wave, okay? So this is a good day for business. This is our power business day, okay? You can just be feeling overall optimistic, okay? This is a good time for organizing, studying, researching. It's a good time for business dealings, signing contracts, and negotiations, okay? So this is our power business day, and that's why I wanted to highlight it, so don't forget it, the 27th, okay? August 27th. Write it down. Now, I'm going to caution you. With this boost and this ad and this gift on this day, I'm going to let you know that Mercury is also going to be opposing or opposite Neptune in Pisces, okay? So this is a conflict. Now, the conflict that comes in here is miscommunications in our personal relationships, okay? So this is the warning. If you are trying to do business with people who you have close personal relationships with, it's probably probably not a good day to close in on business dealings and negotiations, because there is an energy in the air that will lend itself high to miscommunications in those personal relationships, okay? So if you are still insisting on using this day to push it forward, I would definitely try to have a third party, an outside party, a trusted source to come in and review everything and make sure everything is being translated properly so all the terms are clear. So this is not a good day to do business with friends or get into business dealings with friends without having someone on the outside there to help guide everything through, because it can blow up, okay? So I just want to make sure that you know that this Power Business Day also comes with a caveat, all right? Okay, so then rounding off the week, we have Venus in Cancer. Again, Venus doing the most, okay? Venus, have a seat. Have a seat. You are doing a lot this week too. Okay, so Venus in Cancer is also opposite Saturn in Capricorn. So that, again, there's a conflict happening. So some of us are finally getting off that pleasurable party bus that we were on, where we're like, oh yeah, I just want to some of us are getting off the bus and we're wanting to spend time alone, because we're going to be in our feelings, okay? Because our relationship difficulties are going to be highlighted and we're going to be disappointed, okay? If we are in relationships that are not fulfilling, we're going to be all in our feelings about it, and we're going to be feeling pretty disappointed about it, right? So again, this is the best time to focus on your own self-development, lean in on that Virgo energy, and get your life in order, okay? And again, fixing those relationships is just going to blow up. So relationships are not the thing that you want to focus on this week. You want to focus on self. Don't try to fix everything else. Try to fix you, because when you fix you, you fix everything else. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so overall energy, it's time to pay attention to the details and get your life together, life in order, your health in order, your business in order, your house in order, your whatever. Get it in order. Get things get things organized, okay? This is also a good time for business dealings, depending on who you're dealing with. Stay away from those close personal relationships, okay? And our relationships are going to be under pressure. So be easy on yourself, focus on self, and kind of, I don't want to say completely ignore, but don't put too much weight on the relationships and other people, because that's just kind of the energy that we're dealing with at this time, and this too shall pass, okay? So the herb that I'm going to recommend working with this week, again, is another mint herb, is spearmint, okay? And if you have any of my teas, a great tea to work with this week would be, again, the Capricorn tea to help us organize and focus and get to work, and also the Virgo moon tea, okay? So those are the two teas that I would recommend if you have from my collection. The crystal that I will recommend this week is malachite, okay? So malachite's gonna help us with our mental faculties, okay? It's gonna boost our observation and our mental skills in general. It's gonna also enhance our intuition and help us with our health. And then it helps us open our heart to love and balances out our emotions, because there are going to be some extreme emotions coming in this week with Venus doing the most, all right? So that is everything that I have for you this week. I hope that this report is helpful for you to help you navigate the energy of the week. Again, this is always a collective energy reading. If you want to know how it specifically impacts you and what areas it will impact you in, you always want to pull up your own chart. You want to pull up a transit and natal chart that shows how the transiting planets are communicating with your personal planets and what houses they're falling in, okay? So that usually gives you a better idea of how this is going to impact you, okay? Specifically. So that is it. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments below what you are looking forward to or not looking forward to this week, okay? So I am looking forward to getting organized and getting to work and this energy, this Virgo energy coming in to help me hone in on details. What I'm not looking forward to is all of this stuff with Venus doing the most in the relationships and highlighting all these relationship issues. I mean, yes, it's airing things out, but I'm not trying to deal with any of that. And also I'm looking forward to any good business opportunities too coming in. So you let me know what you're looking forward to. I will see you in the next video. Peace.